Okay, everybody, welcome back to the studio. So today, you guys, Dina Wakley has a new release out, and I'm getting to play with some of her new stuff. And so I wanted just to kind of go through the new stuff, and then I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna play something, and I'm super. When I say I'm excited about this release, I am beyond excited because I will show you why. So the first thing I'm going to show you is that she has some mixed media glue, and I always am looking for a glue because glue is amazing, right? And I have my favorites, and I'm going to try this one out and see how I like it. But this is her mixed media glue. She also has this new stamp set that's out. It is Vintage Moon Faces, and you can see there what that looks like. Awesome. And then she does a lot of like collage paper. And this is a new designs here. You can kind of see what those are. There's some moons, some faces. She does a lot of faces as well. So I will play with some of this collage paper, and it's kind of just like a packet of them. And then she's got a new stencil, these circle stencils, which are always good. Stencils are like amazing. And this though, y'all, let me tell you, when I opened this thing and I saw what was inside of this thing, the amount of excitement that actually went through my entire body was ridiculous because it's a new media journal. It's a journal for mixed media. And you can see on here, it says ledger. That's your first clue, right? Ledger. Because when you open this thing, you're going to see why. Let me show you. It's an entire journal filled with vintage ledger paper, but it's new. Look at that. I mean, you all, when I tell you the amount of excitement that went through my entire body, when I opened this thing, I ran and told my husband, I was like, oh my gosh, you have to see this. He was like, what? He doesn't really care, but I do. And if you're a vintage lover, you understand my excitement. So some specs, 48 pages in this journal. 180 GSM paper, so it's got some weight to it. And it's 12 by 7.5, which is kind of, I think, like what a lot of the old ledgers were kind of like back in the day, to be honest with you. And yeah, look at this. I mean, I'm excited. So I'm going to play with this today for our work, and then we'll kind of go from there. But I am super excited about this release, mostly for this because I think this was brilliant on her part to create this, because so many people buy these old. And I'm going to tell you a secret about me is that I love vintage things. I love the look of it, but I'm also a germaphobe. Like, I don't know how those two things go together, whatever. But the fact that I don't have to go through the old ones, I have a brand new one. I don't know. It's weird. I like the look of it, but I want a new version of it. So thank you very much. So here we go, which is probably why I love Tim Holtz stuff all the time, because it's like an old new version of things. I don't know. Go figure. So I'm going to play with these and we'll see what we create. Okay. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to gesso this paper because using clear gesso. And if you've seen some of my other video, or if you've taken classes with me, I may have explained my love for clear gesso, but I'm going to just put some clear gesso on here just to kind of give it some grit. And then on the left hand side, so I'm just going to do this side because that's what I'm going to be working on. But again, one of the reasons why I love this journal is because I don't have to worry about this side being blank, because it's almost like it was meant to be. So I love the entire thing, and I think it's brilliant. And I hope that she continues down this path of doing these, because I think it's amazing. So let me grab a really great brush here. So we're going to see how this paper actually holds up to all the mixed media shenanigans we like to do. So I'm just going to put some gesso on here, and I'm going to speed through some of this video like I typically do, so you can just sort of see. All right, I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to play around on it a little bit more. So I think I'm going to start with this on the background. I've my gesso my page and it's dry and it's kind of yummy and gritty. So I think I'm gonna just add some textures to the back of this. I kind of want some more of the solid color, so I might just use this one and kind of go all around. Maybe I'll use this one as well. These two. So this one and this one I'll use. And this is Dina Wakley's, one of her stamp sets. Stick with Leaves. So I'm going to try it and see what it looks like. Maybe I'll try Hickory Smoke Distress Archival ink. I'll just see what it looks like if I like it. I'll do that in the middle because I'm going to cover the middle with some additional stuff. So this is one color I don't typically use, is Hickory Smoke. Although it's really, really good for moments like these, I guess. Can you see that? You can't even see it. It's so light. So it's just sort of like this. Oh my gosh, I'm going to love this. I'm going to love this. This journal. I think I need to add some ink to my ink pad here. So let me show you. Well, I'll bring you down. So you can see that right there. See if you can see the darker. You can see that image right there. And it's so faint and subtle that I think it might kind of give us that look we're going for. I like it a lot. Okay, let's go back up. You see that? Okay, let's go back up a little bit. And I'm going to ink I think my pad's a little bit dry, so I'm going to ink this a bit. Right back. All right, so you can see my little book here with all of my little background stamped images on my journal page, and I just think it's just really beautiful. It's kind of subtle. Honestly, it's pretty subtle when you look at it, and I love how you can see all of the writing still through those images. I think like a really soft green would be really beautiful, like a sage would be really beautiful on this paper as well. So I'm probably going to try that at some point and whatnot. Okay, so one of the things that I love to do when it comes to my, when I gesso these pages is kind of go back over it with a pencil just to kind of give it some, I guess, depth and shadow. And this is why I love to use the pencil, my clear gesso on my paper, because it's just super yummy what it does here. And so I'm going to just go back over this with a pencil, just really lightly. All right, so there's that. And you can kind of see it there. I've outlined that. So I'm just going to smudge this a little bit. So it looks like it was intentional. And it's kind of this old paper. You could also use a charcoal pencil for that. I have this one. I got these from a local art store. And it's this little brand here. Just some regular charcoal pencil. So I'm going to see what that looks like. I'm going to just go back over this really lightly. This is super duper light. And yeah, there. And kind of like that. And so I just think it's beautiful, and it just creates this little, very, I think, artistic piece for you. So I think I like the charcoal a lot more than I like the pencil. So you can kind of see like that there's more depth. So I'm going to go back over all of this with my charcoal pencil because I'm loving how that looks, you know? So we'll kind of start at the top here and just sort of go back through. And you want it to be very, very light again. All right, I'm gonna cut this out and I'm gonna cut this. I think I want to play with this one today. I wonder if, I guess we can use this glue and just see what it's like. Let me see the consistency. It definitely feels like tacky glue. And it feels like tacky glue for sure. But it says that it is media glue, matte liquid glue. So it is, you can use it with collage, mixed media, ephemera, and transparencies, everything else. So I guess you can even use it to glue down transparencies, but I'm going to use this to glue down this little collage paper here and just see what I get. All right, I'm going to try to start building this up. I'm using one of Dina Wakley's Collage Sparks Collection 3 paper. And I pulled this one out. And I like these because they're already kind of like ready to go. It's like instant art. Look at that. I'm done. You know what I mean? So the sun's out right there. And kind of, kind of go. I'm going to close this curtain because that's going to bother me. I want to do some sort of, let's see if I make this a little less large. Okay, so I'm going to play with this stencil. This one is the rattan coaster, is what it's called. Good. And I'm gonna glue this down. You are magic and fire and scent and adventure and secret. I'm going to take a screenshot of that one because I don't think I have another of this, and it's beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to be using this little, there you go, Stoked. It is acrylic, medium, glossy acrylic medium by Dina Wakley, and I'm just going to add it to her mask. So let that dry and see what it turns out to be like. I don't know. Okay, I still want to do some extra stuff on the back sides or on the rest of these. So I'm gonna just go back in here and just sort of just start playing a little bit and just see what we get. I'm gonna use my my pastels, and I'm gonna do like I think I'm gonna do like a gray and a white. So I'm gonna come over here and just start playing. And let's see, where else do I want to add some stuff to? I'm probably just going to grab a pencil and just sort of go over around. And the very last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my my charcoal pencil again, and I'm just going to go around the entire page. And you can add as much as or as little as you want. It's up to you, but I just feel like it just kind of brings the whole thing kind of together a bit. So I think I'm done with this. And you can kind of see here, she looks like she has like some neon crazy eyes, but that's okay. I'm going to leave that just as it is. Okay, so we are not going to leave this just as it is. I have pulled out my neo pastels, my old oil pastels, and I'm just using one of them to cover her eyes because this is the look I was going for, kind of like a covering of her eyes, and I thought that those glossy inks would do it, but they were not. So I had to pull out the big guns here. And so that's what we're going to do. So hopefully you can see how that looks, and that's what is going to be the final image, but I'm going to go back and explain the rest of the thing. So just bear with me here. Essentially, here's our page. She has her, I did the stamping on the back. I did the collage in the middle. Use this little image here. I use some neo pastel, oil pastel, some stamping, some splatters, just some whatever. And so I really like it. I think it's really fun and just kind of easy going. And it's just it's just a fun page. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. And until next time, I'll see you later. Let me darken this so you can see it even better. There we go. So that looks a little bit more richer in color. So there we are. So thank you for watching again. And yeah, until next time, hope you are enjoying whatever you're enjoying. Okay. Talk to you soon. Bye.